After Benjamin and I were reborn, we silently pretended not to know each other. He followed the beauty in his class to go to university in another city, when I stayed in my hometown. The advantage of having an extra life. He quickly became a rising star in the industry. Married a beauty. Enjoy the glory. Meanwhile, I live with my parents, settled comfortably in our old home. We met again at a class reunion 10 years later. He held the beauty in his arms and smoked a cigar. He looked at me, who was dressed simply, and laughed at me. 10 years later, have you become like this? I am unmoved. Until business was delayed and the tycoon put his arm around me and said, "Sorry, my wife is pregnant." So, I would be grateful if everyone would stop smoking indoors. For the usually calm and collected Benjamin, the panic is visible. He finally realized that after so many years of separation, I didn't want to retaliate against him. Certainly. Look how well Benjamin is doing in the big city. Now, unlike us ordinary people, how can I compare with Mr. Song? But I heard there was a rumor about you and Isabella. You often studied together at that time. Everyone in the class says you two are a couple. Just then, I heard a familiar voice casually answer, "Just a study partner, nothing more." I smiled calmly. It's been 10 years since I was reborn, so there's no reason to feel anything anymore. So I calmly opened the door. Even after 10 years, I still recognized Benjamin at first sight. He and Emma sat on the sofa smoking cigars. The class flower nestled in his arms. The classmates surrounded them. Flatter this couple like the stars in the sky. As soon as I appeared, everyone's eyes turned to me. The monitor quickly greeted me warmly. Well, speaking of the devil, Isabella, look who's here. Benjamin and I exchanged glances. He hugged Emma tightly. He glanced at me with a hint of contempt. I'm dressed simply today, considering I'm pregnant. I don't wear makeup. I might look a little tired. Nothing like Emma. She's wearing Chanel. Carrying Emma's bag. Wearing heavy makeup. It makes her look spoiled. I greeted them warmly. Haven't seen you for a long time. Benjamin nodded slightly. His attitude was cold. Emma just smiled at me. Don't want to be too friendly. I turned around. Chat with some familiar classmates. We just lack Christopher. The monitor suddenly said. He just texted that his flight was delayed. So we shouldn't wait for him. Everyone sat around the dining table. They all toasted Benjamin eagerly, lifting him high. After a few drinks, I went to the bathroom. When I came out, I ran into Benjamin. His face was red from alcohol. He sneered, "Isabella, is this what you look like now? It's been 10 years since you left me." I am unmoved. I suddenly remembered what happened before. We are reborn. The reason is that after graduating from university, I accompanied Benjamin to the big city. We have worked together for 10 years. Now our business has achieved some success. I want to go back to our hometown. I am an only child. Last year, my father died of a cerebral hemorrhage because he was not taken to the hospital in time. Only mom is left at home. I've been worried about her. Benjamin assured me at the time, once we make enough money, we'll get back. But now he keeps stalling. There is no future in my hometown. Not worth returning. He made it clear that he never wanted to go back. At most, I can bring my mom to live with us. But my mother has been here before. Not used to the city. No friends or family around. Not to mention that even after so many years, I don't feel like I belong to the city. I finally couldn't help but yelled at him. If you don't go back, I will go back by myself. Do you have to force me like this? Benjamin asked me, what's wrong with staying in the city? Do you want to be a country bumpkin all your life? Do you want to put our children at a disadvantage from the start? I was 5 months pregnant at the time. Because of my pregnancy, I want to go back. I know how hard it is to leave a city after the birth of the child. Besides, our hometown is also good, although it is not an international first-tier city. Close enough. It's nothing like the bleak picture Benjamin painted. So according to what you said, people who stay in small cities are useless. They're all useless people. People who are willing to make a living in a small city, living in a muddle without any ambition. Benjamin said disdainfully, I despise this kind of person the most. Am I this kind of person in your heart? I sneered, I don't want you to become such a person. Benjamin replied righteously. Suddenly if I knew, I shouldn't have chosen to stay in my hometown. For universities. With you. At that time, I wasted for years. I should have come here earlier with Emma. Leave my mark. Before high school graduation, Emma confessed her love to him, but he rejected her. He and I have been study partners for 3 years. And the natural feelings. But since he accompanies me, applying to our hometown university, he has repeated this countless times over the past 14 years. He regretted it. At first I thought he was just joking. Maybe. He indirectly told me how much he liked me, how much he sacrificed for me. Then I realized he really regretted it. So after we had the car accident, but unexpectedly reborn, university application submission day, he followed without hesitation. Emma went to college in another city. I stayed in our city. We both know that the other has been reborn. However, we tacitly agree not to interfere with each other's choices. Right now, seeing his behavior, it was obvious that he was waiting for me on purpose. Seeing my silence, he laughed. Now you finally understand. What progress can you make? Stay in your hometown. Look at yourself. Then there are our old classmates. Did anyone do well? But even if you regret it, it's too late now. I decided to marry Emma. He pulled out a rather large ring. This diamond is very large, about 5 carats. I can see it at a glance, because it's a little bit smaller. Better than the one I eat at home. He said if you weren't so difficult. This ring was originally yours. So congratulations to you too. I replied indifferently. I walked right past him. I can feel Benjamin's unhappy eyes behind me. I don't understand why he's unhappy. He chose his own path, living the life he dreamed of in his previous life. Does he really need to see me regret it to feel satisfied? I returned to my seat and my cell phone rang. I saw the caller ID and answered the call. Have you landed? Yes, I'll be there soon. If you are tired, maybe you shouldn't come. I can go back later. How can I let my wife go to a party alone, then go back alone? I'll be there in 20 minutes. I smiled and said nothing more. As soon as I put down my phone, someone came towards me. Isabella. Emma came over with a glass of wine. Long time no see, let me toast to you. I should thank you, Emma said with a smile. Benjamin told me, if you are not his study partner. At that time, he can't get into a top university. No thanks needed. We just help each other. In spite of, you have contributed to Benjamin's current success. I toast to you on his behalf, she said as she tried to pour beer into my glass. I don't drink. I slightly refused. She ignored my refusal and continued. I reached out and pushed her hand away. Emma suddenly screamed. Beer spilled on her clothes and bag. She quickly took a napkin to wipe, complaining that my clothes and bag can't get wet. Other students, realizing her clothing is worth a lot, looking at her nervously. After wiping for a while, Emma turned to me and said, Isabella, even if you are jealous of me, you shouldn't treat me like this. You ruined my clothes and my bag. Can you compensate? I didn't mean it, I explained. This really wasn't intentional. I didn't even push the bottle. I just stopped Emma from pouring the wine. But somehow, the beer spilled from the bottle onto her clothes. Just because I mentioned Emma, I'm getting married. You can't handle it. Benjamin laughed at me in front of everyone. The classmates around couldn't help but echoed. Really, I always thought Isabella was very calm. Not the jealous type. People are not always what they seem. The more someone shows indifference, they may care more. Deep inside, I heard that Isabella and Benjamin were together, but they broke up when Benjamin went to college in another city. Now Isabella saw Benjamin doing so well. She might regret not leaving with him. I'm speechless. But I remained patient and explained again. I really didn't mean it. I told Emma I don't drink. She insisted on pouring me a glass of wine. That's why this happened. I really thank you. Helped Benjamin learn. I hope you can. Let go of the feelings you've been holding on to. Emma said sincerely. I know you've always had a crush on Benjamin. I was stunned. I looked at Emma in confusion. What makes you think? I still have feelings for Benjamin. Did I say something that misunderstood you? Or is there something wrong with my expression or my eyes? Today? Isabella, stop pretending, Emma said confidently. Benjamin is doing well now. No way. You won't regret it. I have no regrets, I said word by word. Everyone has their own choice. I am very satisfied with my current life. Benjamin sneered and obviously didn't believe me. I don't want to explain further. There is nothing to explain. We are no longer connected to each other. Today's meeting was just an accident. If I had known Benjamin would be here, I could have avoided this party. This isn't about insisting on something. There is no need to meet people from the past life. People from the past should stay in the past. I said, I will compensate you for your clothes and bags. I don't want to argue anymore. Send me the price and your bank account details. I will transfer the money. Compensation, Benjamin interjected. Do you know how much Emma's clothes and bags cost? This suit costs 150,000 yuan. This package is 300,000, not including accessories. I'll lower it to 450,000 yuan for you. How are you going to pay? I took a deep breath. I remind myself not to get angry. Benjamin's arrogance. Doctors say, pregnant women should maintain a good mood. I'm not that stingy. If you sincerely apologize to Emma, we can let go, Benjamin said generously. Apologies are not enough. Emma quickly added, you need to promise in front of all your classmates. You will never have any inappropriate thoughts. Talking about Benjamin again. Looking at Emma's arrogant behavior, I picked up the half-empty beer bottle next to me. Doctors say pregnant women shouldn't get angry, but holding back is worse. So slowly and deliberately, I poured out the rest of the beer, all over Emma's clothes and bags. Emma was shocked. She stared at me in disbelief for a long time, then Isabella said, you are crazy. What are you doing? At the same time, Benjamin pulled Emma behind him and even pushed me. Fortunately, the squad leader quickly stepped in to protect me. Stand among us. Prevent Benjamin from acting recklessly. He tried to calm him down. Benjamin, calm down, Isabella. Do you think I'm too kind? Benjamin roared. How dare you do this to Emma? Who do you think you are? I don't need your tolerance. I don't think I'm special. I am just myself, I replied coldly. Then I added that since I had agreed to pay, the clothes in that bag are mine now. How I treat them is my own business. What does this have to do with you? Can you afford it? Benjamin asked sharply. Give me the bank account, I said word by word. Are you really willing to go bankrupt just to mess with me? Isabella, if you had controlled your stubborn temper earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation. Give me the bank account, I repeated. This time my voice is stronger. Don't regret it, Benjamin warned. Benjamin, stop wasting time on her, Emma urged angrily. If she is so ungrateful, just give her the account number. See if she can really afford it. Without hesitation, Benjamin quickly spoke out a string of numbers. I entered my bank account details and attempted to transfer funds. But the system notified me that my password is incorrect. I'm sure that's the correct password. I thought about it for a while and tried another. I was wrong. I pursed my lips. Does pregnancy really make you forgetful? Suddenly, I can't remember. Benjamin and Emma stood by and waited, when our classmates watched, obviously enjoying the event. I can't transfer money. Emma smiled. Isabella, were you so proud just now? Where the money is? Why is there nothing showing up in Benjamin's account? Benjamin was holding his phone and looking at, but no deposit notification. I forgot my password. I explained that I was worried that if I tried again, your account will be locked. How convenient, Emma sneered, full of irony. Benjamin smiled contemptuously. The students around me were whispering. I really thought Isabella would pay. I already feel sorry for her. Who would be so stupid? 450,000 is half a house. Benjamin and Emma are willing to let go. But Isabella made things worse. Now she's really embarrassed, isn't she? She couldn't back down now. Emma asked coldly. So you want to write an IOU? How long will it take you to pay it off? 1 year, 2 years, or a lifetime? 10 minutes, I said calmly. Christopher should be here by then. Stop pretending, Isabella. You can't afford it. Emma said, clearly losing her patience. You should have apologized earlier. But now you have to kneel down and beg me. Everyone is waiting to see me make a fool of myself. But at that moment, the door suddenly opened, accompanied by a familiar voice. Sorry, I'm late. He smiled apologetically. Sorry, I'm late. My flight is delayed. After saying that, he walked straight towards me. He observed the scene and found something wrong. What's going on? It's just a small misunderstanding. The squad leader quickly tried to calm the situation. Turning to Emma and Benjamin. We are all classmates. There's no need to make things so tense. Can't you give me some face? Monitor. That's not it. Isabella doesn't know her place. Emma said arrogantly. I didn't want to take this seriously. But she insisted on pouring me a beer. No matter how tolerant I am. I deserve an explanation, don't I? Is that so? Christopher turned to me with a smile on his face. Did you pour beer on her, Christopher? I heard you had a crush on someone. Isabella returns to school. I don't want to say bad things about her in front of you. But she took it too far. Just because she's jealous of me and Benjamin. She deliberately caused trouble. Ruined my clothes and bag. You have always come from a good family. So you should recognize what brand I'm wearing. Emma said, clearly trying to prove her point. Are you jealous of Emma? Christopher asked me with a frown. What do you think? I retorted. There's nothing to be jealous of. Christopher said casually. Emma doesn't like this. Christopher, after all these years, don't tell me. You still like Isabella? Yes, I do. Christopher openly admitted that this has not changed. The other students were shocked. They don't know Christopher and I are married. The truth is, Christopher has been courting me for years. But I didn't agree to be with him until recently. I don't want another marriage. Just like when I was with Benjamin. No major issues. But it feels suffocating. Later I gradually realize Christopher and Benjamin are different. I don't need to live in the past. You have to look forward at some point. In addition, my parents began to urge me build relationships and get married. So I agreed to date Christopher. We registered our marriage earlier this year. Shortly after registering, I found out I was pregnant. So we postponed the wedding. Haven't had a chance to tell anyone yet. I came to this party because of her, Christopher said directly. Then turned to me. So what is the situation now? I forgot my bank card password. Can you transfer 450,000 yuan to Benjamin's account? Compensation? Emma. I replied, give me the account. Christopher said, taking out his cell phone. Emma was shocked. Benjamin's face also darkened. This is between us and Isabella. You better not get involved, Isabella. This is too much. You ruined my clothes. Now you're making Christopher pay. Do you really think Christopher is a fool? Just because he likes you, you treat him like this. Emma protests. They all know. Christopher came from a wealthy family. Back to high school. He's already driving around in a Mercedes. If she needs me, I'm willing. Emma was so angry that she couldn't even speak. She was trying to embarrass me. As for why she doesn't like me so much, I don't know. After all, Benjamin and I have been apart for a long time. So there's no reason to feel sad. Is this an account? Christopher confirmed to Benjamin. After entering the details, Benjamin looked at it but said nothing. His face was gloomy. Christopher transferred the money without delay. Benjamin received a text message notification. Confirm deposit. Emma leaned over to look and said in disbelief, Christopher, did you really pay Isabella $450,000? What else do you expect? Christopher said impatiently. Now the money has been paid. Could you please return to your seat? Emma gritted her teeth. She looked at Benjamin. But Benjamin said nothing. His face remained gloomy, and he walked away. Emma quickly followed him back to her original seat. Benjamin grabbed the remaining cigar in front of him. Started smoking again. The monitor tried to get everyone to eat. And drinks. Christopher sat next to me, frowning as he watched Benjamin smoke. Sorry, Benjamin, but my wife is pregnant. Please do not smoke indoors. Benjamin paused. He did not immediately understand what Christopher said. Emma was equally surprised and quickly asked, Your wife? Who is your wife? Isn't it obvious? Christopher smiled. He put his arm around me and confidently introduced us. We just registered our marriage. So we haven't had the wedding yet. We didn't have a chance to tell you. Because Isabella got pregnant unexpectedly. So the wedding will be postponed. You married Isabella. Emma's voice became sharper. What's the problem? Christopher asked Emma. Emma immediately felt embarrassed. She blushed with shame. Just now, she kept saying arrogantly, I'm jealous of her being with Benjamin. Laugh at me for not having money. But it is well known. Christopher isn't outstanding. Even at school. Not only because of his wealthy background, but also because he's always at the top. After graduating from university, he started his own business, and his current commercial success, no less than Benjamin's, maybe even beyond it. The only difference is that they developed their careers in different cities, so they didn't really cross paths. But they both. You must have heard of each other's achievements in their circle. That's why Emma is so ashamed now. The way the classmates around looked at Emma, it also changed suddenly. They think she is someone who looks down on others. Based on money. Of course, I never thought about showing off. With Christopher, I never valued his wealth, status or position, but we share the same ideals. Live another life. I deeply feel. How important is it to two people? Shared values. Otherwise, even the most beautiful love will eventually be buried in the grave of marriage. After Christopher announced our relationship, all our classmates toasted us enthusiastically. Christopher said protectively, My wife can't drink. She can only drink milk. Got it. We don't do it like some people do, using money to bully others. A classmate sarcastically said. Moment. The atmosphere among the students completely changed. Emma's face showed a deeper, unhappy expression. She looked at Benjamin with pitiful eyes. I hope he can say something for her. But Benjamin didn't even look at her. Instead, he looked straight at me. I don't want to participate. But Benjamin's gaze made me uncomfortable. So I turned and looked into his eyes. I don't understand why he is so angry. Isn't it best if everyone can live independently? Now? Christopher seemed to have noticed Benjamin's expression as well. He smiled softly. Is Mr. Song dissatisfied with my marriage to Isabella? Benjamin avoided sight. Angrily crushed the cigar in his hand, drinking in silence. Christopher didn't waste any more time on him. Instead, he hugged me and joined our classmates. Everyone is congratulating us, they said, after so many years. Christopher finally won my heart. They also commented that Christopher and I, perfect match. Made in heaven. The party was lively and enjoyable. In fact, it was not affected by the previous unpleasant events. With the arrival of Christopher, the atmosphere is better. All attention was on Christopher and me. Benjamin and Emma left. People who used to be the center of attention. In the cold, the two unexpectedly became low-key. Benjamin left angrily before the party was over. Slam the door behind you. Emma quickly chased after him. Why did he suddenly become upset? A classmate said, looking at Benjamin's receding back in confusion. Another classmate echoed. He may think he is special, just because he stayed in the big city for a few years.